Fall Winter 25 is called Legacy. Now, the reason we chose that is because we truly believe we're actually building a legacy brand, and where we started with this season was looking back into our own archives and seeing what has worked over the years and what we can bring back to life in terms of fits, fabrics, silhouettes, and more importantly, the graphics. So we really worked on like this vintage theme of being able to bring all the seasons into it. So the main graphic carrier displays all the seasons on the back on one side. This is one of my favourite graphics actually. And obviously the collection's called Legacy, so we turned it into like a tour t-shirt. So it's got the Legacy tour there, our logo here, then on the rear, like, it's like a big vintage rock graphic. It's all distressed, it's all like peeling, it's like it got like a texture to it, so it feels really rough and hard. But then what's cool about this t-shirt is if you don't want to wear like the big red back graphic, you can switch it inside out, which obviously everyone knows that we love to do anyway. And it's got like a faded out angel with the flames, Old English text above it, and then if you switch it to the rear, that's like all the tour dates that you would see on a band t-shirt. But what we've done with this one is put all our collections on since the start of the brand. So starting in Fall Winter 2013 up until now. Just thought that's like a cool homage to what we've done and where we've been and what the collections are all called. But yeah, favourite graphic of the t-shirt. It was on the old board.
I'll grab the large.
Large shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
sick,
then
okay.
you put the hoodie over.
Yeah, nice. What pant? It's so on there we just had a slim black jean, I think. Saturday the 2nd of August, we are doing our fitting today for the fall winter shoot. Now we already shoot a lookbook for this in December before it goes to the sales showroom last year. We kind of know what we're doing with the looks, but things change, things adjust. After it goes to the sales showroom, like we can either add pieces in, take pieces out. Some will go like direct to retailers and not for us, so we'll cut them things out. Today we're going through all the looks. We've got Marvin over. If you remember Marvin from our website, he's been a true brand ambassador for many years, and he's living out in LA now, so we're going to be using him for the campaign next week. Fits the clothes fantastically. We've used him for so many years, like great model, understands the rep posing, the aesthetic, stuff like that. He's in here today. We're pretty much just fitting all of drop 1 and drop 2, just making sure the looks are ready, so when we get there next week everything's aligned, everything's ready. We know what models are going to be wearing what looks, so we've got a full 14-hour day at the studio and we're going to be able to knock out everything in one. Collection's sick. Like usually when you have to go back in time and look at things that you did 2 years ago and you showed 1 year ago, it kind of gets a bit like, oh, I'm already on to the next thing, because you're working a year in advance or 2 years in advance or whatever it is. So there's always that like designer, brand owner, I'm going to say it's like a bit of a problem, that it's like a fatigue because you've seen that product so much but nobody has who's buying it. But with this collection I don't really feel like that. It's so rep, like the DNA of it is very us, and we've managed to integrate like all the new fits and fabrics and silhouettes that we've been working on for next year into this collection already. So it's not like we feel like we're going back in time, like everything's there and it's ready and it's who we are and it's who we want to be. I'm excited for it. This is probably our favourite graphic collection. I'm not going to say favourite piece collection because there's a few other things that I like that we're working on, but in terms of like graphics and aesthetic as a full collection, I think it ties together really nicely, and then the knitwear just finishes it off perfectly. The washes on the knitwear are something that we've not done before and I've never really seen before, so it looks fucking great. Can't wait to show the campaign. A lot of knitwear, a lot of different textures in the outerwear and things that we've kind of missed over the past few years but done in our previous years, so it's kind of bringing everything back into this one collection that kind of represents who we are as a brand, like truly.
Well, it looks crazy. That's gonna be sick.
I get that harsh lighting coming down on you from that godlight there. Boom. Yeah. It's gonna look sick. Yeah. You're just going to keep that light in there, not going to need to black it out and push.
No, I think keep that.
It's like that like any time of day, but model on the actual platform and the camera a bit lower.
Yep. Right. So, yeah. I think it's that.
Yeah.
I think it's that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're at the Fall Winter 25 location, second time scouting. I've not been to it yet, but yeah, I always like looking for big open spaces with concrete walls and different textures that aren't too loud, and I think this has got it. It also has like a really good god light coming from this, I guess it's like a stage over here, which I want to utilise in the video. So we're putting an idea together, a concept of how the video is going to look. I always like going big with fall, winter and spring, summer campaign videos, so I'm excited for this one. It'll be sick. We're going to shoot next week. We've got 3 models, maybe 4 on option. Whole crew's here, Mike's here as well, which is great. Always makes it better. Collection's sick as well. Collection's been ready since November, so we know what it is, we know how we're styling it, and we know how things are going to look. We've got a little voiceover plan for what we're going to do for the intro video, but it's going to be sick, man. I'm excited. Like I said at the start, it's more about textures and walls and what fits into the brand narrative and how it looks on the grid. But the reason why the collection is called Legacy is because we're now a decade and a half old, and you know, we've seen brands come and go over the past 15 years and seen them blow up and crash even faster, and we've managed to like sustain a good like competitive edge and grow year on year and become this brand that kind of feels now like we're at that point where we can say we're building a legacy, and whether that's going to be 100 years or 500 years or whatever it will be, I feel like the fundamentals and the foundations are laid. So I wanted to bring this collection in to kind of showcase that and really display what the brand is through the product, and it looks very represent, you know, it doesn't look like we're going off in another direction or trying something new. It's classically represent, so to me that's what the legacy is that we're building. As long as drop 1 is shot in there and drop 2 is shot against that wall there,
Okay.
they're completely different textures, and you'll tell it's 2 different lookbooks.
Okay.
And I think maybe it's like 2 models for drop 1, 2 models for drop 2, or you do them all for both.
I think so. We need to bust out looks, and we don't think we need to use all 3 of them. So we're doing static as well as editorial.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just for extra content, and it'll take fucking 20 seconds a shot.
Yeah.
I think if you look back at our history, you can see fall winter's our strongest season. We've always been good at that, and I think that's probably because we're from the north of England and it's pretty much cold all year round, so we enjoy designing heavier layers, thicker pieces, down jackets, puffers, things like that. So naturally it's like what we're strong at and what we're known for. And this season's like, it's a little bit different to what we've done in the past, just because we've been able to really go into depths in terms of like the textures, the fabrics, the detail that we're putting through it, whether that be in the stone washing or the hand distressing. Like we've able to go a step further than what we usually do. And it doesn't just look like we're doing the same thing season by season now. There's so many different fits involved, and with jersey being our biggest category, we're able to break that down and display different techniques throughout the collection, rather than just being one standard oversized t-shirt and one fabric that we've previously done in our last 5 or 6 seasons. We've gone a bit further and we've changed like the necklines, we've done crops, we've done longer sleeves, we've changed the jersey, we've changed the wash process, we've been able to like bring out different fabrics and textures within that line. So there's a good like variation of product under that category. And something that we've done really well this season, and something that's the hardest to do because it takes so long, is the footwear. Now usually our footwear will come delayed from the season just because the production time and the development time is usually a lot longer. So it always ends up being the end of the year or even to the start of the next year. But this time, because we've brought a full footwear team in and we've got that team flowing well, we're able to design a lot earlier. So you'll see some new silhouettes within the season this time, which is pretty cool that we've not done before. What's up, Big D? You good? What time were you up this morning?
3 a.m.
Yeah?
Hey man, how you doing?
Nice to meet you, George. Good? Nice to meet you.
Give us a rundown of the fit.
Back, baby. Yeah, sure. Alright, we've got reverse tee from drop 1, legacy tee. All collections on back. Heat and denim. And then the Puma collab. A bit colourful for me. I'm usually in black. Sometimes a little bit of white, but to go white, blue and grey is feeling a bit off. But let me know in the comments if you like the fit. These will all be sold out by the time this launches anyway.
You gotta tell the story behind this. Oh no.
Dice de México, desde que traen el maíz del gabacho hasta los burros hablan inglés.
Yeah, we'll set up the couch and then like, Juan, is the turntable coming? Yeah. Okay. Turntable is like in that center spot, so we can get creative with shots and like pan around and stuff.
Says that's his last
Caesar.
A little bit more, yeah.
I think if you break it down category by category, there is new departments in this collection which we haven't put into a season before. The jewellery is something we've been developing since we moved out here, and that's due to the outsourcing and design being done here. So with Drop 1 you'll actually see us bring out this new range where, you know, we've got a linked initial which creates bracelets, rings and necklaces, and then we've put our standard like Doberman into them pieces as well, just because we're really known for that Doberman print, and we were trying to figure out how can we expand that line without just doing the same graphic over and over. So putting that into like our wallet chain and even on like a pendant for a keychain, something so iconic to the brand, and being able to put that into the season is pretty sick. There's also another Doberman graphic which goes with that, which is different as well. But that's probably my favourite part of the collection, the accessories. And then complementing them metal hardwares is like, we've got this bag collection which is something I've been wearing for a lot of time, and people always ask what it is and when it's coming out, and yeah, this is the time for that, which is pretty cool.
This and probably, yeah, it's the same thing in terms of like how that R has gone on.
Oh yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
Oh,
like,
I just realised it is different.
Keeps going, yeah. This is just wrapping around, but it's that diamond shape around the bracelet, which makes it look sick. I've still got, this was the first one, so I'm still rocking this, but I need
From
that.
what season was that?
No, this has been like a year in development, but it's coming out, I think, in the next few months. We'll finally have some like jewellery.
No, it's nice.
Yeah.
It's 100.
It's a little Doberman
Oh
head.
my day.
Yeah, it just creates a nice link though, doesn't it? Like a different...
How that, bro?
And then like, back of the head, stamp 925. So it's like...
Good placement for everything,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, sorry. You know the Dobermans that we use? It's just like stamp.
Yeah.
The thoroughbred print. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's Pang right there.
Yeah, bro. I don't know why it took me so long to realise that's a dog. This one.
Yeah.
I'm messing with this.
Yeah.
I also, because I grabbed the ring first.
Yeah, that's fire. That's fire.
Shooting fall winter campaign on location. Can't really disclose where it is though, but it's somewhere like super sick. I don't know, have you seen the scenery? Insane. We've got like this sort of setup in this room, which is going to be like film. It's just like a cool room surrounded by like books. There's 3 rooms though. No, 4 rooms of books. And then we've kind of got this like insane lookbook staged area where it's kind of like a godlight shining down on us. Super cool.
We're just gonna have you like cross paths and stuff, you know, walking around, like stop, look, one crosses this way, and then it turns out another goes over here. Alright, we're rolling. And 3, 2, action. Cool. And then when if you can, slightly open up to us, so still meetings. Yeah, there you go.
He's put it on. It's just like,
Do you reckon your arms bigger than mine? No, they are, aren't they? We'll let
the same placement.
We'll let the viewers vote. Same placement.
Well, then do that.
I've not lifted in a month, but triceps are like horseshoes, bro.
Dude, the pictures that Diego got, my arm looks fucking jacked on it when he's tattooing it.
Yeah, Diego edited that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, fuck man. I was hoping you can tell me.
Step a little bit forward. And I think you're coming more to this side now, yeah. Perfect.
If I'm holding it this way, would you rather have
We'll get that one shot and then we'll start it. Try that one shot.
I'm gonna lie, I'm feeling steezy in that one, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I'm trying. What?
These jewelry pieces are kind of nuts, to be fair. The way they've got that R's swigging round. And the thing is, I'm not really a puffer guy, but
Man's feeling himself.
maybe. I don't even think it's come up yet, but there's a black and brown one with the jacket.
Yeah.
That one's crazy. This one, don't get me wrong, like quick autumn thing.
Need one for different occasions, bro.
Yeah.
That's sick.
But it's
And
got-
the new shoes too.
Yeah, got the fur on. Mink reps.
Hard.
There is definitely elements of LA in this collection. Although we only moved out here just over a year ago and this was designed nearly 2 years ago, there is definitely different things that you would see over here compared to what you would get in the UK. And that's really down to like the silhouette of the denim, the crop on the t-shirts, even the crop on the denim jackets. And I think like the whole mode that we're moving into with like the vintage essence of what Mike's really into, that shows a lot in here. There's so much detail within each piece, and I think what's good now is that we're able to display these in Manchester, London and our LA store. And you know, 2 or 3 years ago you couldn't see the amount of detail that would go into one product, even that being the most basic product, which is a t-shirt. Now you can walk into that store and you can see, even if there's 10 t-shirts on the braille, like every single one of them is very different. And whether that is down to the stitch or the neck or the distressing or the way it's been printed, like there's a good range of different elements there that come from different eras and different times and different places, but all still looks very, very represent mainline, I guess. So in the footwear category, we've got a new silhouette which takes inspiration from the original Alpha, and how the original Alpha had a suede upper and a rubber sole, and it was quite heavy. This time we've been able to remanufacture that thing into like a wrap. So if you look at the top of it and you look at the bottom of it, from top to bottom, it's literally wrapped in like this really distressed crease leather. And Mike's put a little detail on that toe cap as well, which is like a shell. And then because the shoe is wrapped, it's like all one toe. And usually we break it up with a black upper, a white lace and a white sole, but this time like you're getting a full off-white shoe or a full black shoe. And the lace just complements it because it's got this like little wax finish on it, which looks really sick, especially with all the fall winter pants. So I think that's my favorite footwear silhouette of the year, definitely. I had a David bar, and I had a bag of protein crisps, and I had a Nutri bar. So like 60 GFP. It's moving. Nearly done with drop one. I think there's just the main shooting there that's going to take like maybe an hour, and then we can move on to drop two.
Seeing the pieces in the space on the models, how's that feel?
It's sick. Some of the guys look really sick. Fit the clothes perfectly. The shapes and silhouettes, really good, really strong. I think we nailed the collection. There's a few things missing that I wish we put in, but can't have everything.
All right, guys, we're gonna go for it. Let's lock up the hallway.
Camera speed. 3, 2, 1, action. Hold that, hold that. Nice. Look to your left, yep. Sick. And then step out of frame to your left. Oh yeah, that was good. That was good. No, that was good. Now, so you can see it reveals. This could be open.
This is fine. It's that because it doesn't make a difference either way. You know what I mean? It's just trying to get through that window.
He needs to make sure he's not getting that in there.
Season.
Yeah. Just make sure he's not getting that light coming through there. Right. See this here?
Yeah, man.
There's a little shot inside the car of him sort of playing the radio that we've got, and then it's going to pull out and show the top of the car and the guy behind. Not too sure what the technical name for the shots are.
Camera speed!
A lot of work on focusing. I think if you look at the knitwear and you look at the outerwear and you look at the pants, like instead of just taking our usual silhouettes and developing in a new fabric, we've gone all new on everything there really. There's a lot of variation within the knitwear. We've got T-neck collars, we've got rugby collars, and then we've got our standard like knit rib collars, but the way the detail is on the standard knit collars is like everything's washed out and coloured and distressed. So again, it just adds that little bit of LA inspiration, a little bit of vintage in there. And the way that fits with like the pants, if you'll see the lookbook before this video goes out, you know, like the silhouette of the pant is made for that knitwear, and like the silhouette of the outerwear is made to be able to tuck and feel the t-shirt come through, even if the t-shirt's cropped. Like on them puffers, you can adjust the hem and you can adjust the sleeves and stuff like that. So everything's kind of made seamlessly to fit together with one another. And I think when we did like the looks, we did the looks when we did a wholesale lookbook for retailers last year, and then we did another one when we got the product to a Los Angeles to be able to shoot. It was just so easy to do. Like within half a day we'd done drop 1, drop 2, we'd fit everything on the model. Like usually that had come as quite a struggle just as the palette flows and as the pieces differ from what goes out to retailers to what we're putting out on the website. But this time it was really easy and it felt right, and you know, it felt like real represent. There was no like tough parts from doing that. So I think when you get that and that feeling of knowing that it all works together, when you then bring that into the campaign, it just fits together well, and that's when you know you've done something right with the collection.
And that was a sick shot.
Maybe like 3, because it'll look busier and more controlled from the look.
My watch doesn't work. We're about, I'm gonna say we're about 8 hours in. We started at 6 a.m. and it's 2 p.m. Yeah, we're about 8 hours in. Feeling all right. It's just getting long and hot, but we're getting through it. The video takes so much longer than the stills, and I don't have much patience, so practicing. The fits are looking sick.
Yeah, I think this is my favourite print from the season. It's very like university, collegiate inspired. Just love all the sleeve prints here. It's got some from like past seasons, but mainly all new.
Open the doors.
We're always the best at fall winter, and I feel like we put a lot of energy into our fall winter campaigns, and it's not something that we always need to do, but we do it because we like to show up in a way where it's like true represent DNA, and it represents who we are. And I'll keep using the word represent, but that's who we are, and that's something that I love to put together.
And I think it was Caesar a while ago showed me this location where a music video shoot had been done, and we realized it was like not too far from where we are in LA. And LA has some fucking amazing studios, so we always like to shoot our big campaigns here, and this one looked crazy, and we managed to take a tour of it and see it in scale and in real life, and it's probably the biggest production and the biggest set we've used to date. And then we knew that, like, you know, this collection is called Legacy, so it's like encompassing what we are as a brand. And you know, for the past 10 years we've shot everything on concrete floors and used concrete walls and been very like brutalist with the lookbooks that we've done, and this place was just completely made of concrete. The walls are concrete, it's, you know, it's like 100 feet ceilings, and it's got like a god light coming down from the middle of it, and it just looked like somewhere this collection would fit. So we went to town on designing how we'd come about in there and what we'd look like, and obviously there's a little vintage car reference in there. Not too heavily done, but we always like to put them in our big campaigns, just because it's something we grew up on and it means so much with like the Owners Club and what that means and what the brand takes inspiration from in terms of design. So that's in there. I've not seen the video come together yet, so that'll probably have launched before we put this out, and hopefully it's as sick as it looked on the screens. But yeah, super happy with it. The lookbook looked crazy, styling was great. But yeah, hopefully it comes together and surpasses what Fall Winter did last year, because I think that is definitely our greatest campaign to date. It's precision, bro.
We're on the hardest ones. How was it like it? Alright, then.
It's alright, man. I enjoy that kind of stuff. It's not for me though. The Puma Speed Cat. I saw this coming about like just over a year ago. I really saw that like low profile come up, and we'd been working with Puma on 247 with the Nitro, and I wanted to do another shoe. I wanted to do something in the main line. I wanted to put a collaboration within like the lifestyle part of Represent, and that shoe just looked dope, and I knew that if I could put it in the right palette and in the right material mix, it would fit into this collection well. So we didn't have much time to do it. I mean, Puma's lead times are a lot longer than ours, and you got to go through a lot of different like loops and boundaries. So we only had one chance to sample it. So we went with this like really nice warm wolf grey tone, and we changed different parts of like the form stripe and how it looks in terms of the actual like suede hairiness, I guess, if you want to call it. So if you look at the shoe from all different angles, it's got different textures, but it's all the exact same tone. And then we put a cream lace with that that's got like little metal Represent tips on it. And I think it just worked well, and we got the first sample in and was like, yeah, this is it, and ran with it. Usually that's like a 4 or 5 sample process, but this one just seemed to come together perfectly, and yeah, it'll launch with this collection, quite limited. Won't go out to retailers, just straight through our website.
On the feet right now.
Last look, baby. Speed Cats, one sample and straight to production. Wolf grey, hairy suede, double hairy suede, cream laces, metal tips, cream interior, perfect for the cream Represent socks.
Those are definitely going to go quick.
Yeah, I have 2,000 pairs launching on the Fall Winter drop night, so they're going with Fall Winter. So first time we're putting a full collection out with a collaboration in there as well. So we've got clothing, we've got footwear, we've got leather goods, we've got hardware and jewellery, and we've got the Puma Speed Cat collab all on one night. Art, ideas, movement in culture. That shapes our history and continues to influence the future aesthetic.
about achievement. It's often about the ripple effect of small, consistent actions. Done with integrity.